Pandemic, as many people stay home to stay safe, that can be the worst place to be for victims of domestic violence. Here's Kate Snow.
Like your heart has just, someone took a huge knife and just kept carving your heart out.
The pain is still so raw for Lissa Weimelt and Bill Pugh, whose daughter Maria was murdered less than 3 weeks ago. They adopted Maria as a baby from Mexico and raised her in Minnesota.
Both Bill and I thought we just won the parenting jackpot.
Always smiling. She snowmobiled, she rode horses, she rode four-wheelers, she snowboarded, she skied, she was a cheerleader.
She got married last year, a relationship her parents describe as controlling.
I think it was, pretty intense, really fast.
And then coronavirus and orders to stay inside their house.
That was not a safe place for her to be.
Do you think COVID-19 contributed to everything that happened?
Oh, sure. It further isolated her.
The criminal complaint says there was an argument on April 30th about Maria leaving. Her husband, Joshua Fury, eventually admitted killing her and burying her body in a small crawl space. Fury's lawyer declined to comment.
You just think, why didn't I say all the things that I'm faulting myself for now? Run, my God, run. Why didn't I say that?
Home is not a safe place for victims, and now you're forced to stay inside because outside is scary.
Phone calls to the Center for Women and Families in Louisville, Kentucky have actually decreased, in part, experts say, because victims are trapped with their abusers. But the center is getting more emails or victims calling friends using a code word for help. What are you telling women about whether they can leave because of the coronavirus rules?
Well, what we're telling them is do leave, absolutely. One of the ways that perpetrators are manipulating, mentally abusing their victims is through the coronavirus, saying things like, if you walk out this door, you're going to get the coronavirus and die.
NBC News reached out to 35 organizations in 19 states. In some places, hotline calls more than doubled, becoming shorter and more frantic.
We know COVID-19 is a pandemic, but so is domestic violence.
Lissa and Bill are starting a nonprofit called Maria's Voice to help victims find resources.
There is something we can do. It's a call to action about domestic violence, and it's Maria's Voice.
We're just parents who have a broken heart. But we can do something, and we're going to do something to stop domestic violence.
Hoping to stop a pandemic within the pandemic. Kate Snow, NBC News.
If you or someone you know needs help, call the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-7233 or go to thehotline.org. Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital